Plymouth Racing, and it's kind of snowing outside today, just barely. It's just kind of starting to sprinkle. I don't think it's really cold enough yet to snow completely. My car says it's 27 degrees, which I guess, I mean, it is, but in theory. But normally, you know, it has to get pretty cold before it starts snowing a lot. But gave me a good idea. You know, I get asked a lot about how my tires do, because where we're from, you know, here in southeastern Kentucky, the weather changes. I mean, it's mined every basically 10 minutes. I mean, it's not a joke, honestly. I mean, it's 27 degrees right now, and I think in 2 days they're giving it to be like 61 or 62 degrees. So it's pretty crazy. But I get asked a lot about how my tires, you know, in particular, do in the winter, and that's basically mostly because I have summer performance tires, which are a little bit different compound than all-season tires, and, you know, said to not be as good as all-season tires. But from what I can tell you, you know, without even getting into much here, my tires do just as good as any all-seasons I've ever had. You know, I used to have my EcoBoost car, and it had the Pirelli all-season factory tires. I put 2 sets on them. Hated it. I hated the tires. They didn't last long at all. They were just crap. They were pretty grippy in terms of lateral grip, but in terms of, like, you know, trying to accelerate, they were not grippy at all. But, you know, obviously I have the Arturo AZ850s on the rear and the Firestone Firehawk Indy 500s on the front. And, you know, the front tires do a lot as far as, you know, the turning and stuff, the grip as far as that goes. But, you know, my rear tires, you know, they hook still even pretty well when it's 27 degrees outside and it's snowing. I don't know if you all can see around me. I'll try to show you here in a second. But, I mean, it is literally snowing. And so I'm going to do a test. You know, we're on a back road here, or I'm not on a near back road, and so I'm going to go down the back road, you know, spiritedly, not breaking any laws by no means. You know, it's a Mexican back road, but, you know, I'm just gonna push my car just a little bit. I'm gonna leave the traction control on. I'm not gonna, you know, fool with that and try to wreck myself or anything. But I'm just gonna give you all an idea of, you know, how the summer performance tires do in a colder climate, you know, on a cold day, a snowy day. Obviously there can be worse days than this. There can be ice, but, you know, in a rear-wheel drive sports car, are you really going to stand a chance anyways? No. So I'm going to show you all, like I said, you know, in an average, you know, cold day with a little bit of snow, and the roads are a little bit slick because it rained last night. You know, so we're going to test the tires out and see how they would, you know, or see how they do, because I know a lot of people, you know, might be hesitant to put some performance tires on, or they're thinking, well, I need to just keep saving up to buy 2 sets so you can have a winter set and a summer set. And I understand that too. You know, that has its own benefit in the fact that, you know, you get longevity out of each set, and you don't have to, like, if you have a winter set of wheels, you don't have to get, you know, road grime and salt and stuff on them and stuff. But we're going to take a quick drive here, and we're just going to see how the tires do. So here we go. Alright guys, so before we even get going, I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera, but it is snowing, you know, ever so slightly. It was snowing a little bit harder just a minute ago, but here are my Firestone Firehawks in the front, 285, 35, 19, and here are my Arturo AZ850s on the rear, 285, 45. You can see it's a bigger tire, but, you know, still really, you know, a lot of treads, not like a crazy drag tire or anything, you know, without any tread on it. But we're gonna just, you know, do a quick test here, and like I said, I'm not gonna go crazy. Just gonna drive, you know, just like if you wanted to get out and drive your car on a day where it's just a little cold, you know, but nothing is stupid, you know, it's not, you know, pouring down snow and the roads aren't completely iced over, how the summer performance tires do. So here we go. For reference, also, this is what I have my tire pressure set at. For some reason, the right one is at 26 and so is the left one, but the right one is low. Don't ask me why, I do not know, but that's just how it is. This is what I normally like to drive around on. You know, I don't like to pump my tires up crazy high, although the fronts could probably use a little bit more, but like I said, again, you know, it's really cold, so everything is a little bit down anyways. But I normally like to keep my rears in the, you know, 25 to 28 range to just drive around, and fronts normally in the 28 to 32 range, but just a reference. So we're rolling up to the stop sign right here, so, you know, I'm going to put the car in first gear, downshift a couple times, stop here real quick, look both ways and pull out, and let's just see how the tires, even in second gear there, they hook pretty well. Curb coming up right here, doing 45, easy. And there's the snow on the road, so I mean, you know, a little bit more snow, heavy snow, or a little heavier snow here now, but I mean, the car, I mean, is handling fine. I mean, it's not wayward, it's not every time I jerk the wheel, it doesn't, you know, dart over the lanes. I mean, even, you know, some quicker movements here, obviously still grips the road very well. And winter environment, I think you should have specific winter or snow tires. They do obviously make those. I've seen a Koenigsegg go over a Swiss mounted on winter tires. So you mean to tell me that your mid-size SUV and or truck can't? You're wrong. So obviously my car's rear-wheel drive, and you can have four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive cars. I mean, they obviously do a lot better. But I think all-season tires are a joke. I think it's just a publicity stunt. Most all-season tires that I have seen do not last very long either. I see the point of them. It's you don't want a winter tire that's got a little bit larger tread block, and it's obviously going to be a little bit noisier. But I mean, like right here, listen to my summer performance tires. There's no noise. So I mean, obviously, an all-season tire has a little bit different tread pattern than a summer tire, along with a little bit different rubber compound. I'll try to put something in here right now, but I mean, right here is a sharp curve, and I'm doing 50 miles an hour, which is more than you should, and there's no issues whatsoever. So I mean, like here, one more sharp curve, and we're leaning. I'm doing 60 now. We're about to switch back and go the other way. I'm going to even, I mean, this is pushing the car now, and it's snowing pretty good, but I mean, there's no issue whatsoever, guys. So I mean, I think if you're on the fence about an all-season or a summer performance tire, I think you should just go with the summer performance tire. Do some research like I did. I found research showed that the Firestone Firehawks handled rain very well and better than their competitors, and they're cheap. So, I mean, obviously Michelin makes really good tires, but they're super expensive. So, Michelin has their new PS4 tires, Pilot Sport 4. So it stands for all 4 seasons. And it's supposed to handle better than the old Pilot Super Sports. Even though they are still a summer performance tire, they're still very expensive. And I know several guys with 2018 and up Mustang Performance Pack Level 1s, and they have no issues. Stegman will probably tell you the same. Xander, he lives in a similar climate to me. He's had no issues yet. But again, it's a really expensive tire, really expensive to replace. There's someone stopped here in the middle of the road. I'm not sure what they're doing. Looks like they're giving directions to someone walking or something. I'm not 100% sure, but that's their business. But back to what I was saying. So I mean, summer performance tires are not exactly what they're cracked up to be. They are not just specifically to drive around during the summer or take to the track or whatever. My Aturos, I got 23,000 miles out of, and 50 or 51 track passes. I can't remember the exact number. I tried to count it up one day, and that was the number I ended up with, but I wasn't 100% sure if I had been or hadn't been to one time. So either way, 23,000 miles and 50 track passes, doing a burnout every single time. Hard braking at the end, so obviously that wears more off. And they still had about 30% tread. If I didn't race and stuff in this car, obviously it makes a little bit more horsepower now. I mean, they would still be good for another, I'd say 5,000 or 6,000 miles. I mean, probably at least until this coming summer. Then again, you never know. I drive a lot. I've put 25,000 miles on this car in 10 months. So oh well, what can you do? But again, I mean, that's a big time tire. I mean, a lot of Hellcat guys use it, and their cars make 250 more, 200 more horsepower than my car. So I mean, obviously they work. Now, as far as the Firestones, the only comment I can give is on Jared's yellow car, his yellow Mustang, which was a bolt-on car, E85, it had headers, made 420 wheel horsepower. He was cutting 1960 foots, and he's just like me. I mean, he drove it everywhere through the snow, rain, snow, sleet, or shine. We drive cutting 1960 foots. I mean, that's pretty impressive. And, you know, I mean, I drove the car to New York. It's been to Myrtle Beach. It's been to North Carolina. It's been all over Kentucky, Tennessee, Indiana, Ohio. I mean, it's crazy just to think that you can go so many places on a summer performance tire and not have to worry about anything. But, guys, that's about enough of me rambling on about this. So, we'll finish this video up right here, and we'll talk to you all in a second. Alright, guys, so we're in Mexico here, and we're going to do a quick between 40 and 50 hit right here just to see if the tires spin at all. Let's go. Yep, just a little bit. Not too bad, though. I was expecting it to be a little bit worse, honestly. Alright, guys, that's going to wrap this video up, though. As you can see, I mean, the tires do spin a little bit, you know, in the colder temperatures. I'm not 100% sure how all seasons would do. I personally don't think they would do very well on this car either, because you're going to have less grip anyways, because it's a harder compound in the rubber. But, I mean, if you're on the fence, you know, and you live somewhere where it's not just, you know, crazy winter all the time, I'd suggest just going with a good solid summer performance tire and, you know, not doing anything too stupid. Obviously, accidents can happen, you know, and you slide on ice or anything, and I'm sure in extreme conditions, all seasons or winter tires are definitely obviously going to perform better than these high performance summer tires. But, you know, so long as you steer clear of like the R compound stuff, such as like the Pilot Sport Cup 2s, the Trofeo Rs, I mean, you should be pretty good, you know, Pirelli Corsas. But in my opinion, you know, I think all seasons are irrelevant, you know, on performance cars at least. I don't even know why they come with them from the factory. I think they should either offer like a full winter option for people who are, I guess, not really dumb enough. But if you buy a Mustang and, you know, you live in a, you know, a really cold environment, but you're a Mustang fan, you want to drive one, Camaro, Challenger, whatever. But, you know, I think they should offer a winter tire, not an all season, because I think it kind of deprives everyone else of, who lives in like an environment where they can enjoy the car, because it hurts your quarter mile times, like, you know, Jarrett's car. I mean, like, it just spins. It literally just spins, and it can't cope with the power. I mean, we're at that, you know, that stage now where, I mean, you know, the new Mustang makes 460 horsepower, the new Camaro makes 455, the Challenger's 6.4, you know, Scat Packer SRT car makes 485. Then, you know, you bump up the GT350 526, the upcoming GT500 is going to have over 700, the ZL1 has 650, the Hellcat has 797 now. And I mean, it's just crazy that, you know, you can still get crappy all seasons on some of those. And I mean, you know, we're at the you know, the horsepower wars are still obviously continuing, and it's not like it's going to stop anytime soon. So that's just my quick thoughts, guys. You know, I think all seasons are irrelevant, so if you're on the fence, I would suggest going with the summer performance tire. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative. If you did, please leave a like down below. Comment down below what you thought of the video. If you have any future video ideas and or requests, I'd love to know. But guys, that's going to wrap it up, and I will see you next time. But until then, peace out. Have a great day.